Our burger's very, very good at our restaurant, but it's not perfect.
So we're gonna head down to the restaurant, we're gonna cook a bunch of burgers, make ourselves sick, and see if we come up with what, for us, is the ideal meat hook burger.
They have beer too.
Also, they have a lot of beer, so we're gonna drink some of those. I have a lot of thoughts about the dry aged burger. Number one, it's f***ing amazing. It's my favorite burger, full stop right now.
We have the best possible product already.
Right.
Like, do as little to it as possible.
Don't f it up.
Yeah, don't f it up. That's it. That's my job. Don't f
What do we want to come away with here? What's our goal for the day? Classic burger and keep it like no sauce, just a burger with a few vegetables on the side, or do we want to try and come up with a sauce for this thing?
I want sauce and I want pickle. Those are the things that I think that vinegar balance is something that I always want on my burger.
For me, it's several things. Like, I want to add more cheese. We're dealing with a dry aged burger, so let's add moisture through dairy and see what other things we can do.
I feel like we should be serving one burger that comes dressed completely as is like our ideal of perfection. What we are going to start with is what makes a dry aged burger a dry aged burger. This is a strip loin beef that we got today. To make it actually dry aged, we want to hold on to it for at least, I'd say, 28 to 45 days.
28 days is where you start to really see a difference both in flavor and texture. The reason you want a dry aged steak, specifically when you come to a place that's grass-fed, grass-finished, those animals are out on pasture. They're building muscle, they're like running around. This means that muscle is more dense. So what we want to do after that animal goes through the slaughter process is allow for those muscle fibers that are really tightly wound to become more loosely wound, which makes A, the steak more tender, and B, helps some of that water that's in the muscle really drain out. So you not only get a more tender steak, but you get a more beefy flavored steak. Now, on this side you have a beautiful New York strip. But then you're left with this right here. This is an uneven cut, as you can see, so you can't really put it in a case. We take all this and we grind it and we turn it into a burger. The blend itself, like what we start with, are like bare bones, like what we grind here at the shop, Brent and I both really love. Like, I think our customers love as well. It's about the most like kind of like funky dry aged steak I think you can find around, because A, it's grass fed, which makes it a lot different from most other burgers. Then it's got this dry age, and we're grinding all of this stuff. Cool with going a little bit heavier on fat for dry age because
Means more flavor.
The dry aged burger, the marbling is totally different. You see, it's a different patty. We typically just do it dry. I don't like to give too much flavor to the buns. I don't really want anything to mess with the flavor of the burger. So like grilled and brioche buns, those are all cool and everything, but the bland aspect is important when you're having something super flavorful. So I try not to mess with that too much. Because of the lower moisture content, you generally have to cook it faster. There's less of a window for success. You have less time. Where pickup time on our regular burger is like 6-7 minutes. Pickup time on a dry age is anywhere from like a minute for a rare to like a minute and a half for medium rare.
So you just want to get all of our toppings ready.
Sounds good.
It goes. Cool.
sauce and sauce and sauce and sauce.
Basically, I just have some andouille sausage, some Calabrian sausage. And I'm gonna mix it up with butter, maybe a little flour, see how it comes out. I don't think it's gonna stay emulsified, but it's definitely gonna be really spicy. So, let's see how it goes.
You're going straight squeeze bottle. You know it's going on something?
Oh, it's going on everything. It's only about 2 ounces, so.
Did you taste it?
No. Oh, yeah, that's gross. Yeah, I think I knew before I said it that it was a really bad idea.
Now we know.
I had to try it.
Now we know.
What are you going for?
The spiciest classic special sauce out there. Pickles, mayo, mustard, onion. That's it.
What did you add to got it spicy?
There's just way more Dijon on the pickled red onion.
I got ketchup, fish sauce, roasted onions. Did I already say fish sauce?
Yep.
I added more.
There's more.
I added more, and a little bit of Worcestershire.
And I just went super classic and just made a onion sauce, soubise, kind of thick, so it's spreadable, out of brown butter and shallots.
And we have our dear friend Anna, who runs our brewery here at Threes. Please be as biased or unbiased as you want.
So starting from left to right, let's start with that one. What do you think? You can
This
take
one
another
was
bite.
the one that I was the least excited by.
Okay. Okay.
This would be, you know, my least favorite.
Okay. Least favorite. Heard. Least favorite.
Tastes like the ocean, but I don't really want the ocean on my burger unless it's an ocean burger.
All of the crazy umami is almost completely lost. Classic special sauce, only with a shitload of Dijon in it, so it's extra spicy. I thought it was fine. I thought it was totally fine. I liked that I made it stronger than it needed to be. That Dijon held up to the dry age, but nothing else really did.
Love spicy, love Dijon.
I honestly thought it was the best one. That's a brown butter onion soubise.
This was my favorite. This on its own is very, very mild, but I think it's the only thing that actually elevated the flavor of the actual beef.
I loved it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd say one thing that's abundantly clear is that this is not easy. And just because you have a strong sauce doesn't mean it's actually gonna work well with the protein, especially on a burger. Way different than I thought it was gonna work out. Let's talk cheese.
Thanks, guys.
Anna, thank you for joining us for this round.
I wish I could stay for the rest.
It was lovely to hear you trash my
Great.
sauces.
Great choices. Great palate. Great palate.
The question really is, how much cheese is too much cheese?
So for the cheese, we went double raclette, so almost an ounce of raclette folded over both halves, which is a lot of really funky cheese. This side is the double American dry aged. Well, actually, so we doubled up on both patties, so it's a quadruple American dry aged.
All right, cool. I'm
Get in there. That was pretty fucking good.
That is very, very good.
That was really good. The cheese is sweet from the fat. It's weird. It was good.
I really do just love that soubise on that so much.
Yeah, it's on taste too.
Whew. I like that a lot. Could use like just a hair more salt, but I like the cheese with that.
Yeah, I think, well, when you add more fat, you gotta salt it more.
That's the thing. I think it needs like some sort of acid to it, whether it be, you know, pickled red onions or some regular dill pickles, like something pretty acidic, because it is, like you said, an ounce of raclette cheese on 2 burger patties that are 35% fat and 65% lean. That's a lot of fat happening right there.
That's significantly better.
Yeah.
I really like the raclette. I think it really makes a difference from the original dry age that we had. But obviously it's also much lighter than 4 slices of American cheese.
This brings out the actual flavor of the meat way more. And yes, it's ridiculously indulgent, but it's cleaner.
I don't really need the dill pickles. The pickled red onion with like a little bit more bite and sweetness to it is fantastic with that burger.
So I would say we have a winner for our dry age with the raclette, soubise, and pickles. I think that's the perfect way to have it. I don't know how the burger would get much better than that.
This is an improvement upon the way we have been serving it, and just that we're kind of forcing people to put that acid on there, and that's gonna break up the fat a little bit and make it taste even better.
This was really awesome. Thank you for taking the time for us to actually workshop this, sit around and talk about it. It's fantastic.
Cool. Burgers.
Still good.
Still good?
Yeah, who knew?
For more episodes like this, click here.
This is the Brunlandaise, yes.
The lazy French one.
Yes.